Shalom. Call hello la Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua, which means all praises to Yahweh, which is the true name of the Heavenly Father, who you people ignorantly call God, Bahashim, and the name of Yahushua, which is the name of the only begotten Son, who you people ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Those are the true names of the Heavenly Father and the Son. Plus, I'm going to give a shout out to the Akim that's pushing and spreading this word throughout the four corners of the earth, who's also uplifting the names Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, until you confusion of face, Akim and Akwath, which is you brothers and sisters whose bloodline traces back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, our forefathers, though you may look like one of the heathen nations that you're scattered amongst, okay? Same if your seed line goes to one of these tribes, through the man, okay? And if your spirit bear witness with this word and this truth, and you can receive it, to the confusion of face, Akim and Akwaf, brothers and sisters, you are Israelites, though you do look different. Okay, though you may look like heathens. To the few Akwaf, once again, to you sisters that do listen and learn, Shalom. And to the elect of the nation of Israel, wherever you may be scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, who this word is going out to, Shalom to you as well. And to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you combine and consist and make up the 12 tribes of Israel. You are the Hebrew Israelites. That's truly who you are. That is your nationality. Okay? As a people, you're not black, you're not Latino, you're not Native American. You're the Hebrew Israelites. Okay? The chosen people of the Most High Yahweh and the Son Yahweh Shah. Okay? And I'm here with another World War III update. A day ago, basically it says about 1,000 U.S. troops will head to Mid-East as tensions with Iran grow. Okay? So I'm going to read a good chunk of this article, get a few scriptures and close it out. It says less than 1,000 U.S. troops consisting of intelligence, aircraft engineers, and fighter pilots are heading to the Middle East as prudent defensive measures against Iran. The Pentagon announced Friday afternoon, together with a Patriot missile defense battalion that was deployed to the region earlier this month, the Defense Department will have about 1,500 troops based in the Middle East for the purpose of defending itself from Iran. Today, I informed Congress that I approved that the combatant commander's request for the deployment of additional resources and capabilities to the Middle East to improve our force protection and safeguard U.S. forces given the ongoing threat posed by Iranian forces, including the IRGC and its proxies. Acting Secretary of Defense Patrick M. Shanahan said in a statement Friday the White House and Pentagon began warning of an increased Iranian threat earlier this month, but have yet to lay out solid evidence of that threat to the American public. Okay, because Esau Edom, the so-called white man who's in power, when in order for him to go to war with nations, he has to create some conspiracy or make up a lie in order to adjust, okay, his way into going to war with nations, just like he did Iraq. He did 9/11, okay, to justify him going into Iraq and taking Saddam Hussein out, okay. Same thing in this case. During a Friday briefing, Joint Staff Director Rear Admiral Michael Gilday said the recent movement of U.S. assets in the Middle East was spurred by Iranian behavior that has grown increasingly troubling, escalatory, and dangerous. Gilday cited public declarations by Iranian leaders to close the Strait of Hormuz, attacks on oil tankers allegedly conducted by Iran, attacks on a Saudi oil pipeline allegedly conducted by Iranian proxies in Yemen, and multiple credible reports that Iranian proxy groups intended to attack U.S. personnel in the Middle East. But when pressed for substantial evidence, which Esau can never do, of Iranian involvement in those incidents or its intent attack U.S. forces, Gilday said he could not reveal the source of that intelligence, except to say in very high confidence, we tie Iranians to those events. So they just automatically saying, well, we want to tie the Iranians to this event. Okay? The scriptures talk about how this man in Psalms, the 58th chapter, if I'm not mistaken, how the wicked are estranged. The wicked being you Edomites, you so-called white people, are estranged from the womb. They're born speaking lies, man. That's what they do, man. Okay, they lie and cheat their way, man. Okay. Katie Welbinger, Assistant Secretary of Defense for International Secretary Affairs, added that the intelligence community is looking at whether it can declassify any pertinent materials without having to reveal its sources or methods. Okay? The decision to send additional assets to U.S. Central Command comes after varying reports that the command requested anywhere from 5,000 to 10,000 additional troops. Okay? I can continue reading, but I'm not, just not make it brief. Okay? So this is Ecclesiastes 3 and 1. It says, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. And I'm going to skip to the point. I'm going to start at the 6th verse. A time to get and a time to lose. Okay? And to think about what are we in the time of? The time of Esau Edom, the so-called white man, losing his rulership. A time to keep and a time to cast away. A time to rend, a time to sow. A time to keep silence and a time to speak. A time to love and a time to hate. A time of war and a time of peace. Okay? That's the time we in. Okay? We're in the time of war. Okay? This is Matthew 24, and I'm going to start the 3rd verse. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And when shall the sign of thy coming of the end of the world? So this was during, the Roman Empire. But actually, before I get this scripture, let me get Revelations 11. And then I'm going to come back. Actually, yeah, I'll go. So I'm going to skip down to the point. This is the 6th verse. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. That's what it is, man. Okay? We're in the time of World War III. Okay? But you know what it says. For the prudent, what is it? Proverbs, the 22nd chapter, if I'm not mistaken. For the prudent foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. Okay? And that's what's happening here. We are witnessing, the formation of World War III, and alongside World War III, all the other prophecies that were to come in these scriptures to pass. Okay? So we're taking heed and getting ourselves in order, while the rest of our nation, the 2/3 of our people, are lost in their darkness. They lost in souls, and they continue to ignore what's actually happening. Okay? This is Joel 3 and 1. For behold, in those days, in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat, in the valley of Shaphat, which means judgment, in the Hebrew, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, Israel, whom they scattered, among the nations and parted my land. And we've been scattered via, Deuteronomy 28 and 64, and also via the transatlantic slave trade, which these heathen nations, to put a disclaimer out there, you do have Israelites that look like heathens, but I'm talking about the actual heathens, that came together, according to Psalms 83, and put the children of Israel into captivity, starting with the nation of Edom, the so-called white race. And part of my land, because you had the Amalekites, who are Edomites, the chief house of Esau in our land, and you have other heathen nations such as the Ishmaelites, the so-called Arabs, the Cushites, the Ethiopians, the Hamitic people, the so-called Africans, they're all part in the land, so this is Joel 3 and 9. Proclaim this amongst the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares and the swords and your pruning hooks and the spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves and come all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat. Once again, the valley of judgment. Okay? But there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Because the Lord, okay, is setting all these heathen nations, including Esau, okay, up and setting them in a trap. Because as they killing each other in this war, the Lord's going to step in. He's going to destroy all these heathens. Assemble yourselves and come all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, for the press is full. The fats overflow, for their wickedness is great. Multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord is near, the valley of decision. And he said multitudes and multitudes, because you're going to have tons. You're not just going to have the little bit of troops that Trump's sending over there. You're going to have, soon you're going to have millions and millions, okay, of troops going over there. That's the multitudes and multitudes, man. Okay? So, I'm going to end it with this. Actually, Isaiah the 34th chapter. Come near ye nations, hear to hearken, and hear and hearken ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them, he hath delivered them to the slaughter. Once again, they being delivered to their own demise. Okay? The slain also shall be cast out, and their stench shall come up out of their carcasses, and the melting shall be melted with their blood. And all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and that's the mushroom cloud from the missiles. Okay? And all their hosts shall fall down as a leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea. You Edomites are the Idumeans. That's Greek, okay? You're the Idumeans. And upon the people of my curse to judgment. Okay? So, that's what's about to happen. The Lord is about to take down these heathen nations. Okay? And set up the nation of Israel. Okay? Like it says in Revelations 11 and 14, the second woe is past. And that second woe represents what? World War II. Behold, the third woe coming quickly. And that's the time we in. Time of World War III. So, that was just a real quick, lesson. Lord Adawan Ratazah, which means Lord willing. This was edifying. Call Lord Allah Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. Shalom to the elect.